announced in Kansas that now, if you have Atwood Cable, they are covering and they are carrying the blaze. And it's written to one of the co-workers here, Lynn, and it says, "Dear Lynn, I'm going to try to keep this short, but I wanted to give you a little background information. In 1958, my dad and his cousins started this business repairing radios and then TVs in the back room of a grocery store. My dad bought out in the mid-'70s and became a Radio Shack dealer in 1977. In 1980, my dad and my two brothers and I started our cable TV company. Think of that, 1980. To go along with our electronics business, Radio Shack. We also provide internet and telephone service. My son now has joined the business, and we also farm 2,000 acres of wheat and corn and peas because it takes a lot of diversification to survive here in God's country."
Radio Shack, cable company,
And peas.
farming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says, So Glenn's message really hits home around here. When Glenn was on Fox News, I basically was paying my employees to watch the show. When Glenn left Fox, I subscribed to GBTV as soon as it was available. Due to our geography, the internet bandwidth here is extremely expensive and primitive. Therefore, watching online could be painful at times. And I also didn't want to be hogging the bandwidth that my customers were paying me for. We have a handful of customers here that have been lobbying me to somehow or another just hijack and put you on our cable system. So when the blaze went satellite, that was good news to us. I'm sorry to say that it seems that there are a lot of elitists in the cable industry, mainly on the programming side, and not enough good old boys. Here at Atwood Cable, we are truly independent, and we don't appreciate being pushed around by the big boys. But being small, it's tough to fight them, and the government too. But we're in the fight. I'd like to say thank you to Glenn and the Blaze. Now I can proclaim the truth really does live here in Atwood, Kansas at Atwood Cable.
Nice.
Oh, and thanks for a great value and a refreshing perspective that you bring to the TV news business. Bob Dunker.
That's
great.
Hey.
That is great. Bob, thank you. And thanks to BEK Communications. I don't know if it's Beck or not. And if it is, I may have to sue you for use of the name, but BEK Communications, Sweetwater, Green River Cable, and Blue Ridge Communications, thank you so much for being the first wave to come on board. And sincerely, please keep the calls up, because sincerely, there is movement. And the only reason why these cable companies, they are aircraft carriers times 1,000. Getting them to turn around and even look at you is almost impossible. And there is serious movement on them. And the only reason why it's happening is because the calls are coming in. Please call your cable or satellite provider and tell them you want the blaze. Ask them if you've done it before. Are you listening to me? You can call 800